Welcome to the random take of the Real AFTV podcast show about fishing random takes from land 10,000 lakes. I said, it's coming to get me now. It's coming to get me.
I said,
Yeah. There wasn't really break. I'll put it, I don't know. We're doing a new thing now where there's no big break in the middle. So I got to figure out the transition and working on the, anyways, whatever. Tim?
Yep.
I want to talk about what I'm calling hot beef summer.
Hot beef. Jeffrey Atkins ain't never hurt nobody.
Yeah, that's right. I think beef rap is back, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Beef.
There was the Tupac and Biggie thing in the 90s there.
Yeah.
And then it's like things cooled off for a little while. And then came Eminem and 50 and like shit got real again. Like beef rap was back.
Yeah, with Ja.
Oh, Ja.
Yeah.
All kinds of people. Eminem went at it.
Eminem
everybody.
was, yeah. With Benzino.
Yep.
And
Everlast.
Ja, and who else? Yeah, Everlast. Moby.
That's right. All the boy bands.
Yeah. Fred Durst.
But they didn't have anything to go back. That's right. Him and Durst did beef there for a bit, didn't they?
Yeah. It was just like all one person says something.
Yeah.
Someplace. And it's just kind of a mind your business type thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you say something about them because they asked a question.
Right.
They should just be like, no comment. Instead, they say something and then, whoops, you're in his next song.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it seemed like that cooled off, like that what was that, early 2000s into the 10s?
Yeah.
It seems like that cooled off. And now all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Fucking.
Oh, and ICP. Can't forget about that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. M had that beef with ICP.
There's a whole song about ICP.
That's right.
A whole verse or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. And it seemed like that cooled off. And now all of a sudden, here it is. And that's why I called it hot beef summer. It's like, oh shit. I think it's coming back. M, speaking of which, roasted Benzino again.
I know. So M's almost seems like he's never really stopped. Because it wasn't too long ago where he had, for whatever reason, like seeming out of nowhere. I don't remember exactly how the beef started, but Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. Yep. And him and MGK
comes out
for
and
a
he's
while.
trying MGK. He's like, I'm gonna battle Eminem, and Eminem's like, fuck you. And then MGK is just like, I wear pink and I'm a punk now.
Right. I don't rap anymore.
He always shuts down. You battle Eminem, you're just over. And instead, MGK isn't like, my career's not over. I'm just not the same guy anymore. I'm just not. I wear pink now and I'm punk. You're like, okay, whatever, dude.
Okay. But I couldn't believe it that Benzino and Eminem were back at it. I'm like, what?
Dude,
fuck?
Benzino is such a bitch.
He's never it's just trying to ride the coattails shit. Totally.
He's just been a piece of shit his whole fucking life. He's just been like, I'm so on Eminem's side with this. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, I mean, he was part owner of that Source magazine.
Yeah.
And he just starts he had some garbage ass rap group before that. And he was giving himself like 5 Mike Awards and shit, which is basically like saying it's a perfect record. Yeah, it was that kind of shit. So everybody's just like, oh, come on. Your shit's garbage, dude. You're not 5 mics.
I didn't know that he did the 5 mic shit too. Oh my
God. He was getting like way more press. Like they were like on the cover of the source one time back in the day, and everybody's just like, how the fuck is this one getting played? Like, how would they get, like, this is ridiculous.
Everybody heard their shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's no reason. They're trying to be like, this new rap group's 5 mics on their album. This is all dog shit garbage. But then he's just a flip-flopper and stuff. He comes out, and did you see the interview where he cried?
Oh, no, but I read about like how that was part of it because it was on Drink Champs.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they say something about it or whatever. I've only seen the part where he's crying, so I don't know what was said to him.
Yeah.
But he's just like, oh, he's literally like crying like heavy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just so sick of it. For the last 20 years, every interview has been just like Eminem this, I'm sick of answering these questions. He's like, he said something along the lines of, Eminem's not a bad rapper. It's like whatever. He's just like, he can do this. And then like not that long after that, he's just like, I think Eminem's garbage. I don't think he's all that good. He's like, yeah. And then he put out a diss track against him.
Again.
And they said something about if you think he's going to respond. And he's just like, he better respond. I'm just like, what the fuck you mean he better respond? Like, yeah, in your eyes, he better respond so you can try to be relevant again because you're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything on your own.
Right. Yeah. It's been totally chasing like one of the top dog situations. Like just,
yeah.
Riding coattails. It's all he's trying to do, but like in a negative way. I mean, I'm, whatever, but.
And then Eminem did put out another diss track, but I think that one's more of just like, I'm not just going to let you say this. Like, I guess I'll go in and destroy you again real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this one wasn't the greatest diss ever, but I did like it.
It was a good song. Giggle. Yeah, it's a good song.
Talking about how like you got no neck and you got short arms. You couldn't touch your hands together above your head if you're doing jumping jacks. So it's just like that's funny to think about. You can't, no neck,
that is funny to think about. That is funny to think about. Oh, that's good. That is good.
Oh yeah. Okay, dude. I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
I have been, because I've been interested since they've been talking about this shit, and you got Drake and Lamar.
Yeah.
Are going at it.
Yeah.
Where does everybody else come into play? I don't understand that part of it. I don't.
Dude, it's so fucking weird. So yeah. So Drake puts out push-ups and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm listening and I'm like, oh shit, Drake and Ken are beefing? What the fuck is this about? So then Kenny comes out with his song almost immediately after it. His answer to that is Not Like Us. And I'm just like, okay. So Kendrick, yep, is okay. And then in my feed pops up Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rick Ross has a Drake diss too? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ross goes hard, dude. Oof.
Dude, his is so good.
Oh, God. I'm not saying Kenny's is bad. I'm not saying that, like, Drake did a great job. I'm not saying Kendrick did a bad job. I'm not saying Kendrick did a great job either. But, again, okay. From what I understand is pretty much everybody that's, like, on Drake's side that Kendrick is making fun of.
Yeah.
They're just like his buddies. They're just like Drake's fucking entourage.
Okay.
So as far as like some of the names, the name dropping in there, but like, I have no idea how it started with Rick Ross, but in push-ups, he makes fun of Rick Ross. Like, he has a whole verse dedicated to just going at Rick Ross. I have no idea where it started. But that is why Rick has a song directly back at him.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've heard that there's so many different guys involved in this. And then Drake's even saying, like, he's just like, what is this, 1v21? Like, he's acting like there's so many people now.
Right. That
And
are
it's just like,
going
but
at
yeah,
him.
but are you the reason that all these people are coming at you? Because so I did a lot of research on this, like just on my own before we even chatted about doing this, because I've just been trying to understand it.
Yeah, because I know. So did you see where it started? Jake, like the J. Cole thing, and then.
Well, what was the J. Cole thing?
Well, isn't that who it was? It was J. Cole, right? Yeah. J. Cole is just like J. Cole like started it all, basically saying like there's 3 top dogs right now: me, Kendrick, and Drake.
Well, so
that's what I heard.
Like I think that more like reignited it even, but like where it really started is that Drake is just kind of a sensitive bitch, is what it seems like. Honestly.
Yeah. That totally is like, I agree with that. That it just seemed like they were never going to get along, and then all of a sudden, I think J. Cole put him all 3 on the same level, and I think it was just like,
I mean,
this isn't going to work.
Maybe it was like on J. Cole's track or whatever, but I forget whose song it was. But there was a song where both Drake and Kendrick had a verse.
Okay.
And Kendrick basically named a bunch of dudes on there. And he was like, I don't care who you are. I'm trying to murder you. I'm trying to make all your fans not be your fans anymore. I'm trying to make them be my fans. Like, essentially, it was kind of like when everybody comes in and says, like, I'm the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah.
But just in a harsher way, of where he's just like,
Kendrick said,
I don't care who. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But he's on the track with them, and he's basically saying, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it so they don't know who you are anymore. Like, I want to be so big that they don't give a shit about you, basically.
Yeah, I heard that song.
What the fuck was that? Most of the other guys that were named in that track were just like, oh yeah, dude, no, that's hard, dude. I like it. I like how he's, it's almost like a metaphor. He's not really saying that he wants us all to fail. He's saying, I want to be that big that it's like they don't even know who you are, basically. Yeah. And like everybody was fine with it except for Drake, is just like, I don't know, that didn't seem like such a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. And the crazy thing is that one part I didn't understand from back in the day between both of them was that they kept putting verses out, and it kept being like subliminal shit, where it wasn't like straight out, this is what it is. They were kind of going back and forth.
Okay.
And they would like say something, and then they'd say like, what's that about? And they'd just be like, oh, it's not about nothing. And then they'd like be cordial in person. And then they like were even on tracks after like some of it started coming out.
Oh, really?
And then it would just be like, yeah, no, we're cool. And then it'd be like another diss, like kind of in there, and just be like, is he saying what I think?
Right.
And it was real weird for like 2 guys trying to be like, like, we're hard, we're tough rappers, but then just have subliminal disses and just be like, oh no, that song wasn't about what you thought it was about. Right, it's just nothing.
Right.
We're cool.
Yeah.
And it's like in person, they're just like, no, we're fine. And then as soon as they get on the track, they're just like, yo, fuck you and your bitch. And then all of a sudden, like they got to the, like they're like on, a radio show. One guy just goes, was that directed towards Kendrick? And just be like, oh no, I mean, it was like I was just going through a moment thing, and I put out a track or whatever, and that's what that was. And he's just like, why?
Oh shit!
Are you not just fucking saying it? I don't understand it.
Right.
And it kept being all this weird shit where like Drake was kind of dissing Kendrick was dissing him, and then Drake would go online and just like, shout out to Kendrick for doing this or whatever. Or like weird shit where I saw somebody said that Kendrick and somebody else and something and Drake should all get on the track together.
Okay.
And like Drake goes and thumbs up that comment. And then Kendrick doesn't. And then all of a sudden another subliminal diss gets dropped like a month later.
Yeah, I think it's in Not Like Us where he does that. He like Kendrick says some shit about like go on Twitter and like do whatever the fuck. He basically calls him out for being a little bitch on social media about it. And I was like, okay. So that it's shit like that that's going down, huh?
Yeah. Oh well, there was other shit like, okay, so there was one where the album of the year ended up going to Macklemore.
Oh yeah, everybody knows that one. That was famous because it was going up against Good Kid, Mad Summer, which is like one of the best fucking records that's been made in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Dude.
So he wins it.
Good Kid, Mad City. My bad. But anyways.
Yeah. And then after he wins it, he like DMs or texts Kendrick and says like, yo, you should have won.
You should have won. Yeah.
And then like screenshotted that. And then Macklemore like posted that on his social media saying, like, here's the screenshot of me texting Lamar.
Yeah.
Saying you should have won.
Right.
So they have like after that, Drake makes a comment of like, why are you posting this? If you're going to be saying this stuff, you should just say it to him. You don't need to be posting it on social media. And then basically was just like, if you're going to be saying sorry to him, you should be saying sorry to all of us. Why are you singling out him? And it's almost like Drake was just
Drake up that year for,
I guess.
I didn't.
So so it was almost like Drake just being like, if you're going to say so, why are you just saying sorry to him? We're all up here, like you should give me my credit too. Like I was better than you also. Kind of shit. And it just always feels sensitive bitch stuff.
No, because everybody in the fucking rap game agrees that record that Kendrick dropped that year, that is that is a masterpiece, dude.
Yeah. Dude, you want to know what's really funny too? After all this shit comes out and after all it really ramps up. So I never looked at the dates and stuff to see where it correlated with like what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
But Drake was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Back when like Pete Davidson was still on the show and stuff.
Yeah.
They literally do a skit that's called Drake Beef. And Drake is like walking in and he says something to Pete. And Pete says something back to him and he's like, oh yeah, they don't have that in Canada? Because Drake's Canadian.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, I was just joking. And he's like, no, I know. And then they show him just being like, yo, fuck you, Pete. I ain't like your and he's just like, I thought we were best friends. And that ends and it's just like that over and over. Like somebody, comes in, Leslie Jones was walking by and she's like, hey, texting on the phone and he's just like, oh, what up, Leslie? And she's like, oh, what? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I just got to deal with this. Like, I'll see you later, man. Walk past and just like, and then he puts out another diss track real quick in the thing where he's just like,
but it was like really happening.
Now it's like really happening, but it's funny to see like his little sensitive side to just be like, where I'm from, people say hi, fuck you, Leslie. So it's like now it's real life, and he's just a sensitive Sally, and he's getting pissed off at everybody, and it's just like,
right.
Was he poking fun at this because of like the rumors of how he was beefing with people, and he's just like, I'm not really beefing with nobody,
right?
But meanwhile, he is constantly.
Yeah, and here it is, just fucking plain as day.
Yeah.
And I know, like, so Future, like Future and Drake, I swear to God, they did like a whole album together, but I'm not a big Future fan because,
Okay.
anyways, I know they've been on tracks together, but like he's been like, I think he is not with Drake anymore. I think he's just kind of like fucking
Oh,
made his distance now.
yeah.
And that is like, I couldn't believe it. But the end of Not Like Us, I wrote it down. There's more, but basically, Kendrick just calls out all of Atlanta saying, like, Drake, you have no street cred. I mean, that's what the whole song's about. You have no street cred. Stop it. You're soft.
Yeah.
You fuck with these real street ones when you go to Atlanta to make yourself look tough. And he just goes, so he called out like all of Atlanta. He's got like Future, 2 Chainz, Young Thug, Quavo. Like it was just, he had a whole list of, and he's just like, these guys know you're soft and that you hang out with them so that way you look tough. And I was like,
right.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think he talked to all of them before he did that? Like, I don't know, but like, it was just like, holy shit. I couldn't believe it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But that, dude, that's what I've thought the whole time. It seems weird that like Drake tries to act hard and stuff, and it's like, you're from Canada. you were a teen actor, you know?
Right.
Like you didn't have the life that these other guys had.
Right.
And like he brought Kendrick with him on tour. Like, so they were cool like at the beginning. Like that's
yeah. Actually,
how
Drake's
Kendrick
on Good Kid, Mad City, I think.
Yeah,
which is maybe that's what he was talking about with the tweet.
I mean, could be.
Maybe he was like, well, I was on that record.
Yeah.
As a
right.
feature.
They're on a couple
Drake,
of tracks
you a feature
together,
rapper.
So
there, fine. I'll just fucking say it. Drake, you a feature rapper.
Right. Yeah. And he tried to.
I'm not taking sides in this beef, but that's to me, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I'm taking sides. I don't. Drake seems to be the clear loser.
Fuck that. Yeah. Kendrick is one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's fucking amazing. Like,
yeah. And I think that Drake is pretty good too, but it's like, why? I don't understand what this fucking beef is even about.
Right.
Really.
Right.
That's where.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a fuck you too type stuff. And I'm not 100% sure of what is even happening, but I think it's weird where it's just like some shit where, weird shit where like he tried to say something about like Kendrick being on a Taylor Swift song. And it's like, well, first off, Taylor Swift is the biggest act in the world.
Right.
Second, Kendrick didn't go on there and try to sing or do anything else.
Right.
He wrote did a Kendrick verse on the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
And that Taylor Swift song had a sick beat.
They remade the beat for that remix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that song, Bad Blood, is on her, I think it's 86 or 87 or whatever album that one is, the 1987. Or whatever. That song's on there. And that song comes on and you just go, yeah, wait, something's missing. And then you just listen through and it's not what you hear in the single. It's not the same one. It's not the one with Kendrick in it. So someone took that beat and turned it up a notch, added a lot more bass, EQ'd it. I don't know, something huge.
They do that a lot.
Yeah, they did
actually. And I just don't listen to the full albums of a lot of these people. I just hear what's on the radio.
Right.
But that beat is so sick. I would love to hear somebody else like go hard on it, because when you hear that first, that do, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget it's a Taylor Swift song.
I know.
It comes in, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I forgot what this is, but I like it.
But I'm into it.
And then she comes in and she's like, you know, down there. And you're like, oh, that's right. It's Taylor.
Oh yeah.
And then the only part that I don't like is that it is a Taylor Swift song still. Because you had that one part, it's like do, and all of a sudden it's just like in the middle of the night, in my dreams. Yeah. And you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I forgot.
Right. Oh yeah, it is that. But I think it's funny that Drake tried to make fun of Kendrick for writing a song for the Swifties when Drake makes that kind of music. Like, Drake makes hits. There's no doubt about that. He's a fucking hit maker. Nobody can, you can't go at him for that one because he does. But like, he's the Taylor Swift of rap music.
Dude, I couldn't. He had that one whole like dance album where he sings on the whole fucking thing.
That's right. That's right.
I did not like that album one bit. That sucked.
It was a hard listen.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was all a lot of the same shit, just a lot of weird noises and stuff. I was like, oh fuck. I don't know. I was never really a big fan of that 80s dance music, anyways.
Right.
So like some of it is okay. There's some undeniable bangers. Everybody dance now. That shit is good, but like a lot of the other ones are just like you're just trying to be that same thing, and it's like repetitive and but
too much.
Yeah, dude. It's just weird shit that I don't really completely understand, but I do like. I heard Snoop Dogg's take on it, where somebody said, what do you think? You grew up, or like you came up in the era of when like the beef rap was happening with the Tupac and the Biggie and
right.
What do you think about today's day and age beef rap? And he was just like, I don't have anything to say on what's going on. He says that those are my nephews and that beef is between them. It's not my place to say anything about it.
Class.
And he said, but I do have to say that I applaud them for elevating it. And he's like, because now on a lyrical level, you have people writing this stuff and it's bringing back rap.
Nice.
He's like, there's no mumble rap anymore.
Nice.
He's like, you can't mumble your way through stuff like this. So he's like, and then like looks at the camera and he's like, so I gotta say, nice work.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, which is perfect. Like, yeah, that's beef where you have to let people know what the fuck you're saying. You can't just be like, fuck you, Kendrick.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's not gonna work.
Right. Because you make a really good point. Because actually, maybe I need to listen to more Drake or something like that. But I was like, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I didn't think I mean, they both had writers on either side, but
yeah, the part that bugs me is that like there's been a lot of stuff about Drake having ghostwriters.
Oh.
So it's like, all right, so some of your stuff has sounded good. But then after you hear everybody talking about the ghostwriters and how he admits it and stuff too, you're like, oh, well your style changes up so much. How much of this shit have you actually wrote?
Has he ever written?
Or is it always just been you being an actor?
Right.
Since day one.
Right.
You started
I forgot because he was you're making a really good point.
Yeah. On shit. Degrassi or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now how much is he just turned into acting like a rapper?
Yeah.
Right.
And some of it is just like some of his diss tracks are just fucking weak. Some of the lines he uses are just weak as shit, dude. I listen to some of them and I'm just like, ugh, that's
right. Like, he should have left that out of a beef. Going off directly what Snoop said.
Yeah.
Is maybe should have left that one out. Because yes, that's what beef rap is about. Beef rap is lyrical. Like it's shots. It's complicated. Not complicated. It's a well weaved set of words. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You can
And
come
it's a
out and be
good point.
correct, like just be blunt as fuck, but like all of it has to have this like, you know, diss behind it. It's just like, well, again,
Right.
well
I mean,
weaved.
it's like tying it in with how we opened up the first segment. It's like a roast that you rhyme.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You're trying to make it funny or make it sting.
Right.
But you're also trying to make it rhyme.
Right.
And Drake had some line about like, I'm gonna be like a librarian and book it. And you're like, ugh. Stupid. That was dumb.
Stupid.
Also, when they just repeat themselves over and over, that the 50 push-ups, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh yeah, so I saw that part. So I guess the part is like the drop and give me 50 is apparently one of the record companies that Kendrick is signed with. He's signed under some dude that takes 50%. Like that's the rumor.
Oh.
And so the drop and give me 50 is like him saying, you know, like I'm the drill sergeant. I'm the one in command here. So drop and give me 50 push-ups because I'm better than you. I'm, you know. So his like give me push-ups is like him saying I'm better than you, but then this specifically saying 50 is like, because when I first heard it, I was like, is he making fun of 50 too? Because that's a dumb idea.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
And he's
50,
not. He's not.
50 will take it beyond rapping.
I still think he has it in him. Yeah.
He'll do like what you did with Ja Rule and just buy out like every ticket for your first like 10 rows and just make nobody show up at the front of the stage. That's still one of the most baller moves I've ever heard in my life. You just go and waste a shit ton of money on buying. They're just like, how sick is ticket sales looking? Oh, the first 10 rows are fucking sold out already. Nice. Hell yeah. And then it turns out it's 50, bought all of them.
You should get out on stage and just nobody's sitting there.
Nobody's caught. There's nobody in the front rows of the show. Like that's so fucking dumb.
Oh fuck, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, but that was the beef there, where like that makes 100% sense. That like one guy's making his name off of saying I'm a gangster, I'm tough. And then the other true gangsters like I'm from these streets.
Yeah. It's almost what's happening here with Kenny.
Yeah,
and
literally
Drake.
says the words that like I know dudes, well, I shouldn't say literally because I'm not saying the N-word, but he says I know dudes from your hood, you have no history, never poked nothing, never popped nothing. Fella, stop fronting. You know?
Right.
It's just like that's what the beef is, where like that makes 100% sense that this guy has had to live a rough life, had to go through it.
Right.
And now you're trying to get rich off pretending to be what he actually is.
Yeah. That's literally what Not Like Us is about. Well, I mean, not entirely. He really leaned into the pedophile part, and I didn't understand that entirely.
Dude, that's the other part where people have said that it seems like he kind of has something on him, because Drake constantly keeps dropping like a diss album, saying something, or not a diss album, but dropping a diss track, saying something subliminally, and then essentially kind of like waving the white flag, like, oh, we're good now, right? And then Kendrick doesn't say shit back, and then he'll just be like, you know what? I didn't want to be friends again anyways. Here's another track. Nah. And then he just like, but we're good, right? I'm sorry. I got out of hand. Please don't tell people about what I did. Oh, you're not going to accept my apology? Fuck you. I'm going back in. It's just, it just seems like real bitch stuff on his side is from the outside looking in. and hearing everything and doing the research and listening to what people have to say and going back as far as I can in this shit.
We're following a small. It's like a drama TV show that unfolds over months.
Right. Yeah. And really starts to pick up because now.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we're in hot beef summer, dude. This is like.
Oh yeah.
I think it's coming.
We've went away from subliminal kind of back and forths to just straight up fuck you too.
Yep. Right.
Like it's on.
Yep.
They're just saying fucking each other. Hey, the only thing I gotta say is like, so first, did you know this is, I was gonna say something else. I'll get to that in a second. Okay. But did you know Pusha T? Drake tried to diss Pusha T.
What?
And Pusha T dropped a diss track back and like on the single of the thing, like put Drake's picture in blackface. I don't know if Drake actually had a picture of himself in blackface, but there's a picture out there where it's just like the shoe polish black.
Oh no, of Drake.
Yeah,
because of what Pusha T did.
Pusha T put that single out with his face on the single of the blackface, and I don't know if that's like a real Drake has that actual blackface picture, and he was able to find it, and I don't know. I guess kind of destroyed him real quick, and then that was like the end of that beef. Like he was just like, "Fuck you! Here's your like blackface to the world."
Oh shit!
and then that was the end of that beef. So whatever. But like it made me think of that blackface thing when I was gonna say that. Like I know that Drake is half white, but I don't know why Rick Ross in his thing has to just be like, white boy.
Oh yeah,
fucking white boy.
He went so hard on it. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Just like, man, that's kind of rough. Like, because I get what he's trying to do, and he's trying to say like, you're not me or you're not us, I guess.
Yeah.
But like that one seems, I don't particularly care for when they do that shit, because like I'm not offended by it.
No,
I'm not butthurt by it. I'm not gonna just be like cancel him. I don't really give a shit. But when you flip the script, I'm just like, this seems a little bit fucked up, isn't it? Like if the shoe was on the other foot. And I get in a rap battle with a guy that's half black.
Yeah.
And I get on the track and I'm just like, black boy, you fucking black boy.
Right. Everyone would be like, whoa.
They'd be like, holy shit, dude, what? No, you can't do that. That's I'd be like, no, I totally agree. I shouldn't have done it. That's fucked up.
Right.
But I just thought that was crazy, where I'm trying to like, damn, dude, Ross is fucking killing him here. And then also he's like, white boy. And I'm like, hey, come on, right? These white guys are okay.
Yeah, I gotcha. I read into it. I read into the metaphor of what he was doing. So and I think too is like,
no, I get it. I just think it's like,
I didn't even know Drake was half white. I just thought that
he said it like, I just like, if you just drop the line one time real quick, but he's like ad-libbing in the background.
Oh yeah,
just kind of keep it, white boy.
Yeah, it's the whole end of the song. Well, I mean, he lets the beat ride out too, but yeah.
Does he have his own like champagne or something? What the fuck was that bottle? You seen that video?
Yeah, he does have his own champagne.
What is that? That's a cool looking bottle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
black crystal-y looking shit. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, thing. I know. I'm pretty sure that's Rick's.
For a minute, I was like, I do like to get booze and bring it onto the podcast, and then before I even looked into it, I was just like, that's gonna be way too much money. I'm sure.
Right? Yeah. If Rick Ross has got it in the back of his, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be way too much to.
Yeah, he's like Rolls Royce, like drinking champagne, like shit on this dude.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's not just gonna be like, $30 bottle.
right. Yeah, for sure. To the cover thing quick. Kendrick's the cover of Not Like Us.
Yeah.
That's Drake's new mansion. Like, that's the Google Street View of Drake's mansion.
What does Kendrick live in?
Well, I mean, that motherfucker's got to have a huge house too.
That's what I was gonna say. He's got to have a nice house.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking funny because of the Pusha T thing, and so I didn't even know how that Pusha T got brought into. God damn, dude. Yep.
Yeah, I think that was quite a bit before the rest of this.
Like shit. Before it really started popping off here with.
Yeah, I think like he went at Pusha T earlier, and then Pusha T was like, "Woof, fuck off, bam," and just shut it down right away. And then that was the end of that beef, where he didn't even try. He's just like, "Oh fuck, no, I shouldn't have said nothing. My bad. I'm white."
All right, dude. Okay, let's wrap it up. Like, subscribe, go over to Spotify. You can leave a comment on Spotify now. And of course, comments on this, like comment on the beef and comment on the live bait thing. And if you're hearing the first part, if you heard the first part, if you're in there for the long haul, if you didn't know, we actually are a fishing podcast, and then we just talk about some stuff. And we like rap music. We came up in some of the best beef rap out there. So I was like, I know that we're gonna talk about this. I know Tim's following.
You want to hear a little bit about a different form of hot beef summer? Go to the first half and listen to what happens when you leave night crawlers out in the sun.
Yeah, dude, it's gross. This one musically should pan out pretty cool.